All right, welcome back to Phantom X Gaming. We are back in Kerbal Space Program. Welcome, Cam. It's good to see you back as well. Missed you the past couple lives. I hope the camp went very well for you. And today, I think we are going to we're gonna do a thing. So if we go over to the tracking station, and eventually it'll load. Some of the load time has gotten better. I did delete like I don't know, maybe 5 mods at best. Uh, there is one place we have not been to. Well, there are two places we have not been to yet. The first being Elu, and the second being Eve. So I'm thinking today we do a fun thing and we go to Elu. This is the furthest out planet. I will not use any form of gravity assist. I won't use any form of anything that could actually help me, and I have limited fuel. So, that being said, we're going to bounce out of here, jump into the vehicle assembly building. Yeah, so we're heading to Elu. Uh, that was a weird transition there. The Space Center was in space for a second there. So we're gonna head out to Elu and see what we can do. Kind of rhymes a little bit, but let's see. So I'm gonna use a similar rocket to what we used yesterday. Because it seemed to have worked and we had plenty of fuel to work with for the most part. But I'm adding 2 more boosters to it to try to see if that will help us get into space a little bit better. I have not tested this at all, so I have no idea what's going to happen with it. So let's go ahead and launch it and see what happens. You finally got in the Discord? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, it's at the top of the channel in the description there, along with a link to the Patreon. And if you join the Discord, you have the ability to get access to joining me in videos and lives, depending on the game. Alright, so we got all that stuff turned on. Let's hope it doesn't end up like that explosion in that one short. Which one? That is the question. Which short was it? There were a few of them that the rockets didn't exactly go very well. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and add a little fuel to that. I think I have everything going where it should be. Let's make sure that is SAS. Make sure that is also SAS. There we go. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are in space. We're going to bring our apoapsis up to about 600,000 meters, roughly. You heard the sonic boom sound? Yes, that is a fun little feature of the cinematic cameras. It's pretty cool. Yes, and I am going straight up. Welcome, Martin. Good to see you back as well. I got the dynamic duo here, the 2 people that have been here pretty much the longest out of everyone. We got Martin and Cam. I think Cam came first and then Martin came second. So I appreciate both of you. So let's say, oh, we are way higher than we should be, so let's go ahead and stop burning. Uh, I mean, it works. It definitely works. However, let's go ahead and add our maneuver. And go ahead and circularize and spin around. We're moving a lot faster because we have so many reaction wheels on this. Because I got tired of waiting like 3 to 5 minutes for it just to rotate a little bit. He came for, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I don't quite remember. You guys have been here around for a while now, and I appreciate that. You think I should just leave Curb in orbit before before we're doing anything? Go into solar orbit? Oh, see, the reason I'm doing this is to see if I can't save just a little bit of fuel. However, based on your suggestion, let's go ahead and try it. So we're going to swing around to prograde. And we'll just push this straight out to orbit. Have I heard of the mod-free IVA? It makes it so you can move around your craft. It's really good for space stations. Yes, I actually have that installed. Once we are out of the danger zone, maybe we can play around with that a little bit. So we'll get rid of that because we're going to go straight out into solar orbit. So let's go ahead and set that off and see what happens. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time. Very long time. And we are out. Haha. Didn't really take a whole lot extra, so I think that might be a good idea. I might start doing that instead of being technical about it. Hey, you have the mod? You had tried adding KSS2 mods and it completely broke your game. A lot of them tend to. You have to look at the version and what they're compatible with, and then kind of go from there. There's no CCAN, so it should be there. I definitely have it. You know, if I go ahead and minimize here, this is what I have right here. So it does exist somewhere. It's just a matter of where. And if you're in the Discord, so after this live, remind me. I'll be in VC for a little while. Just remind me, and I'll see if I can't pull it up and post it in Discord. CCAN does not support KSS2. So CCAN goes through everything to make sure it actually works and will be supported by the rest of the game. So it's a really good resource to use to make sure that what you're using will actually be compatible. If I didn't use this, then I'd probably be spending weeks on weeks trying to figure out what works where and what breaks where. All right, so we are heading to solar orbit. We're going to go ahead and warp out there real quick. And if we go to ELU and we do it successfully, without the Kraken showing up, I'm hoping the Kraken doesn't show up today. You never know. There might be a Kraken or 5. There was some drama about KSS2. Yeah, I try to stay out of all of the politics of it, just because if something works, then I'm probably going to use it. You know, what they argue about behind closed doors and then post in public really isn't quite my business. All right, we are in solar orbit. We zoom out here. This is actually not that bad. I think I can work with this. So we're going to jump over to our periapsis here. Add maneuver. What does circularize do for this? It brings us way to the inside. It's only a 5-second burn, though. I better not play with that. I might break something. So we're going to set Elu as our target. And then we're going to go ahead and jump over to here, add maneuver. And we're going to try to line everything up. So we're going to bring Elu's orbit even. And then we're going to bring our orbit even with Elu's orbit. All right, so that should be just about okay. Now, I want a transfer window. So I'll start by getting to our maneuver position. We still have plenty of fuel left in those boosters. 3,800 meters per second. You heard KSP2 was abandoned because the creator was exposed for stealing assets from another planet modder. Uh, I don't know how true that kind of stuff is. Uh, I know that um, there were some layoffs in the one of the gaming companies that ended up being the one that was doing 90% of the work on KSP2. And I think that was the end result of it. But I don't know about that kind of drama. Okay, SS2 looks sick, but ended up like KSP2. Yeah, the bugs in KSP2 are a little rough. I never ended up buying it because after discussing it with several of my streamer and YouTuber friends who did buy it, it was deemed not worth it. So I did not end up buying it, and I probably do not ever intend to buy it unless they start it back up and revamp it and fix everything. You know, if a game gets abandoned for a while and then comes back and gets better than their original, then I'm very likely to give it a shot. But if it stays abandoned, then it's just not really worth making content on an abandoned game. Alright, so we are at our maneuver point, and I should probably start that burn. It's 22-second burn. You hope Squad comes back from sleep and revives the KSP series. It would be pretty cool if they could add some more stuff and fix a few things. However, the bugs and Kraken attacks in KSP 1 have become iconic at this point. You know, a lot of us like them. I mean, just look at the videos that I've been putting out, and you know, you can't really argue the entertainment factor of the bugs. Okay, so now we need to go to our alarm clock and set an alarm for a planetary transfer window from Kerbin to Elu. Add alarm and warp there. And as always, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way of trying to see if we can make it work without actually having to do any math or anything like that. So where is Elu? Elu is way over there. So I kind of want to add a maneuver right here. And then we're going to come out here and drag it out. And see what exactly happens. Ooh, maybe a little too far, but that's okay. Delete and close. Get rid of that because I forgot already that I had an alarm set for it. So we're going to click on this, add a maneuver here, zoom out, and drag this out. Maybe a little slower might help. Whoop, We had something. We have something somewhere. Oop, there it is. Haha. First try. So usually I have to fiddle with it for a while until I get something I could possibly work with, but we got our transfer. I think that's only the second time this has actually happened. Even with using the alarm clock. I know with Duna, I think it happened once out of like the 4 or 5 times we went there. And then I don't think it happened with the Mun or the Mun Junior. And I know it didn't happen with Dress yesterday, or Drez, however you want to say it. Have I done gravity assist before? Yes, I have. However, it's just a kind of a fancy thing. It's not, it does work in the game. The physics do allow it, and it is effective. However, that would mean I would have to be live for like 6 or 7 hours to do a gravity assist off of every planet to get to a specific place like Elu. It's a lot more efficient currently to just kind of go there and accept the fuel burn. You think you've done gravity assists once? Hey, how are you, Dan? You speak Spanish? I tried to learn Spanish, but I don't do well learning other languages, but is what it is. All right, so we're going to fast forward to our maneuver point. I did not expect to get an encounter that quickly. Gravity turns could be really useful if you get on the wrong SOI. Yes. Yes, it can. Your username reminds me of the early 2000s internet. Israeli propaganda machine. Welcome. Uh, if you're talking about my name, I got one better. I was born in 1988. So I am older than the internet. At least the internet we know today. Oh, I should have started my burn a long time ago. Alright, so we're gonna let this ride out for the 46 seconds that it is. Interesting username. Well, I mean, you could look at it in a way that, everyone thinks that Israel puts out propaganda, but personally, I think that across the board, as Christians, we need to support Israel, regardless of any good or bad decision they make. Everyone makes good and bad decisions across the board, including all of us, including myself. I've made more than my fair share of bad decisions. Right, we are almost at our maneuver point here. And in theory, if I do this really carefully, we're going to get our encounter first try. Wait, did I just run out of fuel? I just ran out of fuel. Alright, we're going to start by getting rid of those. Wait, what did I just activate? Okay. Just the engine I need now. Let's get rid of that. And boost out a little bit to get away from all those before they blow everything up. There we go. I am a Christian, yes. That is why I have the picture I have for uh, my YouTube channel. You're not? Well, that's okay. I mean, I don't I don't push it with anyone that doesn't really believe in it. I just let things happen how they need to happen. Um, However, I do appreciate you being here, and you are one of the founding uh, viewers. All right, let's see if I can get rid. Oh, too far. Oh, nope, too far again. Oh, still too far. Wait, almost. I can sort of see it. That is a really tiny window. Let's see. Got it. I think I just made it worse. Did I get it? Oh, too far. I think it just made it way worse. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Let's see here. Since that is your opinion regarding Israelis, would I say that I have a dogmatic belief on the subject? Uh I mean, I have my beliefs. If you want to jump into Discord, uh the link is at the top of my channel. We can discuss it further in VC later on after the live. So we have our window here. And let's see, I can get rid of that now, so I gotta go over here because there's still a bug that takes this away from me. Uh, get rid of that. And then fast forward to, let's say, here. Just to see what happens with it. We're almost at Elu, yes. So this is going way smoother than I expected it to go. I did not expect a haphazardly thrown together rocket to actually get us out here nicely. Nor did I expect to get the transfer window correct, and I think I just lost it. I lost it. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to add a maneuver right here. And we're going to burn this over real quick and see if we can't get another encounter. So we're going to make up for this and see if we can find something to work with. No, that didn't work. Add another maneuver here. Really keep an eye on that. As always, as we get out here, it suffers a very direct Kraken attack. The maneuver node, anyways. Come on, give me something here. There's got to be something around. Gotta be something. Anything? Possibly? Wait, what's this? My closest interaction is 151,000 kilometers. That is way too far. Go ahead and see if I can't bring this down even further. Nope. I'm getting closer over there. Wait, I found it. Found it. Found something. Wait, almost. Almost. Where is it? I know it's over here. There it is. It's such a tiny little encounter that even the slightest bit over or under will miss it completely. Sometimes the encounter comes back. Yeah, so in this particular case, it did not, but that is okay. A small adjustment and a lot of panic later, we found it again. And hopefully it doesn't disappear again. It's about 4 hours we have to warp, so we'll get that going. Remember the time where I landed on a canyon and slid down it like a water slide? Yes, yes I do. In fact, almost immediately after ending that, I actually got a copyright claim on the music on that planet. And after searching every audio library that exists and then having AI do the same, I discovered that what they said it was doesn't even exist. So it took, I think, like 4 days for them to release the claim. And that was another company added to my list of companies that I will just automatically send Rickrolls to if they copyright claim me. And I know it's YouTube doing it, but, you know, if I can make them laugh about it. All right, so we are 30 seconds out. We're going to let that go slowly, and we're going to do this really carefully. We don't have any room for error. Jebediah got offended by the incident and copyrighted me. Wow, words and sentences are not. Oh, I should have burned a long time ago. That's okay. We'll try to grab this encounter if we can here. Really carefully. Got it. Ha! I win. I don't know what I won, but we're gonna get rid of that. And then we're gonna warp to here. And we lost it again. Maybe we get it back. Hopefully. Ah, we did get it back this time. Perfect. So we're gonna add maneuver there to circularize. We're gonna do this really carefully. Oh, we are doing a weird circularization orbit. Or angle. That is weird. That is very weird. But we're gonna take it anyways. We're gonna fast forward over to there. We're gonna hit that button so we move to where we need to be. There we go. Wait, have we been to Elu before? I feel like hearing this music, we might have been to Elu before. I thought that was on the list of planets we have not been to. Well, I guess we're going to Elu anyways, because we're already here. I am not turning this rocket ship around. That's okay. Alright, so there's that part of it. We should have started the burn a long time ago, I think. Yeah, we should have. But that's okay. We'll start it now. It was like a 3-minute burn. Okay, this is a very long burn. We're just going to stay here like this. Looking at empty space. Just like that. There. It's like forgetting a backpack right as class starts. Pretty much, yeah. I don't remember going to Elu, and then now that you've mentioned the ice slide, now I remember. So we're gonna go there anyways because we're already here. And it's a good test for this rocket. Maybe we can use that for something like a Eve mission. Although I'd have to change out the engine and fuel system for the final stage because of the gravity. You want me to go to Lathe or Eve and make a boat rover? That's a possibility. That would probably take me like a couple weeks to get a rover that works properly because I am not that great at making rovers, and we saw what happened last time I tried to make a rover. Alright, we are almost there. 250 meters per second left. $120. 20. 10. 0. Got it. Get rid of that now. And we're going to add a maneuver to the periapsis to circularize again, just see where that is, and we're going to drag it down. Oops, wrong direction. Oop, definitely wrong direction. And now we're going that way. How is it? Okay, answer me this. You see what our orbit is, the blue line there, and you see what just dropping it down closer has done to the orbit. Now we're going the opposite direction. I have no idea. That makes no sense whatsoever, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Alright, so we're going to get out of here because we don't need to be in the map screen anymore. We're just swinging around. I have way more fuel than I need. Apparently, I overplanned the fuel for this mission. I still can't see it anywhere. I know we're orbiting it, but I don't see it. That's okay. We're 1 year, 242 days away, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, because there's no sense in making you wait that long in real life. Elu's orbit was supposed to be on lunch break, and didn't expect a visit. So it messed up. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it definitely doesn't make any sense where I'd be orbiting one way, and then just by dropping it closer to the planet, it just flips me 90 degrees. That's a little strange to me. We're going to fast forward just one more time here. And then keep our hand over here just in case it breaks. It did not break. It's only a 1 second burn, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. And close enough. And go ahead and burn. Perfect. We can get rid of that. Jump back to the map screen real quick in our weird orbit that makes no sense because that's not where we were. And add maneuver to the periapsis to circularize. Spin the rocket around, fast forward to there, jump out of the map. So we'll add this to the collection of accidentally went to this place for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th time. I mean, it happens. I'm sure. Definitely to me. Okay, so we are looking at a 1 second burn time and 30 seconds to get there. So I'm going to fast forward because nothing ever goes wrong when I fast forward. And that's close enough. Come on. Come on. Close enough. Are we there? Are we there yet? Alright, that looks pretty good. But we're going to jump over here, add the maneuver. And if you're wondering why I'm adding maneuvers at the periapsis, it's because I can use the Oberth effect, which allows me to use the boost to go further and save fuel. However, I am using it completely backwards because I should be using the apoapsis to get closer. However, I'm so used to using the periapsis to get as far away as I can with as little fuel as I can that I just don't pay attention to what I'm doing anymore. So we're going to get really close. I think we got within, what, 12,000 meters? What did you miss? So you missed me realizing that we've already been to Elu. I thought it was one of the couple planets we haven't been to yet. But we're going to go there anyways because we're already here. And we're going to accept it for what it is. I am kind of curious. It'll be a good test to see if I get a copyright claim again on the exact same thing that was already proven to not be what they said it was. So it'll be a good test for that. I usually find out the next morning because usually after I'm done with the lives, I just go straight to bed because I've been up since like 4 or 5 in the morning. But today I will be in Discord VC for a little while after the live if you guys want to join. You can put in an application with the link at the top of my channel, and if you do it while we're live, I will accept the application while we are live. You'll join the VC? Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. I should start my burn now, and then stop the burn, and then start it again. Oh, I am too far. Too far. Wrong button. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Okay, what did I break? Nothing. That's a surprise. Okay, so we're nice and close. We're going to jump over to the periapsis again. Add maneuver here because we're on that track. We're going to bring it down, and then we're going to drag it closer. Give it to me. Don't do this again. Let me have this. There we go. And we're going to get nice and close. Said nice and close. Just under 500,000 meters. That's acceptable. And we're going to rotate the rocket. That definitely has way too much fuel. I'll probably drop this rocket onto the planet and just use the final stage to get home. In theory, it should work. Should not be an issue. But we are about to find out. So we are in position. We're going to go ahead and fast forward time real quick. Let's hope that Jeb doesn't land on the side of the cannon. Oh, we don't have Jeb. He got himself stranded in space in high Kerbin orbit yesterday because he forgot to add a power supply to the ship. Hence the ring of power right here. So we have Hartop, Halpond, and Titos. Kerman. We should save Jebediah Kerman tomorrow or maybe today. So it won't be today because that would probably take a while longer than I'm willing to stay awake. I've been outside in the sun working with horses all day. So I actually got home, ate while getting this live ready, and then basically hit live. I had very little time to get it situated. All right, so we are well past our burn time. We should probably get going on that. There we go. Oh, too far. How far is too far? Where is the planet? What did I do? Okay, there it is. And jump down to the periapsis one more time. Add a maneuver to the periapsis and circularize. And then do that, click that, hit that button, and see where we are. Is there Twitch? No, I have not worked out all of the bugs of streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. I know Twitch doesn't like seeing YouTube chat, and I'm sure vice versa. There's all sorts of weird technicalities, and if you screw up even the smallest thing, even on accident, then you can get in trouble with either side of it. So I got to work all those bugs out real quick and see what happens with it. Alright, we are 24 seconds away, close enough. We will start our burn now. And there we go. Green Lion, how are ya? It's good to see you. Let's see here. We are nice and close. However, where's the planet? Ah! For a split second, I thought we lost the planet again. We lost the planet yesterday. How we lost the planet, I have no idea. Excuse me. However, we did lose the planet for a small amount of time. Space game, this is Kerbal Space Program 1. So this is the only Kerbal Space Program that is 13 years later still worth playing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and touch down and then immediately take off again. And then let's go to another planet, because we have plenty of fuel. I'm sure plenty of fuel to be able to do it with. So we're going to add a maneuver here and bring our apoapsis down. I feel like we're going to be on the dark side of the planet no matter which two ways we put this. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go over here. Click on that. Maybe click over here. Add a maneuver here. Wait. Is that going to... Yeah, that's going to do what I want it to do. We're going to give me the... No, no. Let me have this. Let me drag it. Okay, fine. We're doing it the other way. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Oh, too far. There we go. That's better. That's roughly, give or take, kind of, sort of, even-ish. So we're going to go ahead and click on that button. KSP2 is some rumor, but you don't think it's true? Kerbal Space Program 2 is a thing, or was a thing, for quite a while. There are plenty of YouTubers that did videos on it back when it was starting. However, it is not really that great. Too many bugs, too many issues, too many things. It just didn't go where it needed to go. Yeah, KSP2 was rumored to be heading in a direction that was gonna outdo pretty much any other space game. But internal things happened, a bunch of layoffs happened, and the game got abandoned. So KSP 1 is definitely the game to play if you want something space related. However, right now we're going to flip our orbit. We are in position, and it's close enough. Where's the planet? Ah! Right! Where's the planet? There's the planet. KSP2 Redux will save KSP2? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if there's really a way to save it. Oh, I am way past my burn time. I should have stopped that a long time ago. Oh. Oh dear. Let's swing around to retrograde real quick. And instead of trying to save KSP2, let's see if we can save this orbit and actually land on the planet, or at least touch the planet and then go to the next planet. I'm not sure if I can save this, but we're going to try. So let's go ahead and slowly burn that. There we go. That's better. We'll bring this all the way down. We're at a decent place. Actually burn a lot quicker than that. And see where we can get to. Alright. We're going to touch and then go. We're going to attempt to touch and then we're going to attempt to go. Right about, let's say, there. And just because I am confident that this definitely might possibly kind of sort of potentially work, we're going to go ahead and time warp. What happened in my orbit was I wasn't paying attention and way overburned to go from, give or take, around polar orbit to equatorial orbit-ish. And we're gonna just kind of go to here. And then find the planet. Oh, I am going way too fast. We're gonna keep it retrograde. We're gonna try to touch down somewhere in there. You think the Redux will definitely save it? Well, I guess we will definitely see. I would like for it to be saved. I would like it to be worth actually playing, but time will tell. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and speed up time just a little bit. In the game, not in real life. I haven't built a time machine yet. Give me a few hundred more years and I might have something. And slow down. And then definitely slow down the rocket. Apparently in KSP 2, Joule has a surface. Well, that's scary. If Joule doesn't have a surface in KSP 1, then what did I crash into, was it like 2 streams ago? I still haven't made all of the shorts out of that, and I still have not made the short movie out of it. Those things take many, many hours. So I am working on it. You think I should slow down time? Yeah, I have time slowed down completely, but I might not have it slowed down enough at this point because of how badly I forgot about it. You think it was the atmospheric pressure crushing me? Or is the Kraken feasting on my rocket? I think it was both. Because I accidentally went out on EVA. I can't remember with who. And got ripped away from the rocket. The rocket continued down, and the Kerbal I had eventually just kind of didn't really exist. And we're coming down, and we're going to do a possible landing, because this looks relatively flat down there, but we'll find out when we get down there. But if it doesn't look like with something we can land on, I'm going to do a touch and go. We got 10 viewers. Yeah, it varies. I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to that, just because it fluctuates so much. You know, just you watching on your phone and then going to answer a text is enough to drop it by a view. Looks like we are definitely on some kind of hill. Can parallax be used as config for BlackRock's cloud? Yes. Yes, it can. It's actually, he includes the version that works for it with the Volumetrics Cloud mod from his Patreon. Here we go. I don't know that we'll be able to touch down, but we're going to try. Uh-oh, something broke. Something broke. We are touched down. I better activate that just in case. But I think something just broke. However, we're touched down. So let's find out what broke by heading back up into the air. Let me up. Oh, oh. Oh, that's not good. Get away before the Kraken gets me. Let me say goodbye to the rest of that rocket. You have a theory? What is your theory? The Kerbals are panicking. Yeah, they're a little bit worried about that. They're not exactly the bravest bunch. You think it's actually the Kraken? Or the Goo Junior Science? I think it is definitely something to do with the Kraken. Because we encountered the Kraken the last time we came here, but we also encountered it on Drez. You think you think the goo grows a tentacle, but it shatters because of the freezing coldness? Their freezing temperatures? Hey, that could be. That could definitely be. We're gonna get our apoapsis height just over 500. Okay, we're gonna get it about 800 because I wasn't paying attention. I need to go to Pole or Bop so I can do more study of the Kraken. That's a possibility. Maybe we'll do something like that on the next stream, which will be next Friday, I believe. I just remembered I had caffeine in front of me. I try to only do 2 streams a week. However, if you guys want me to do more, then after this is over, just comment on the video or on the live telling me you want me to do another live another day a week. It's something I can consider. However, currently it's not too viable. Just because... Dude, what was I doing here? Circularizing. There we go. And then we're going to add another maneuver to here. And we're going to bring this... Whoops, wrong direction. Down to here. There we go. So we're going to swing this around real quick. The Kerbals are not okay. I have to agree. They're not really too happy. They're incredibly upset. I'm not entirely sure why, because they still exist. They have not become non-existent. And we still have an engine. That was a key factor from a couple lives ago, is we kept losing our engines. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Yeah, we're close enough. We'll go ahead and burn now. After the solar system exploration, I should try going for Calbolo or Deb. Oh, I should have stopped burning a long time ago. What did I do? I sent myself straight out into solar orbit. Well, I guess that's not terrible, because that was the whole point anyways. I just didn't want to really go further out, but I will accept. Oh, and now somehow I have an encounter. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and fast forward time. Okay, maybe a little faster. Come on, let me have it. There it is. Yeah, those are mods, and I could check them out to see if they're going to be compatible. And then I'd have to do some test runs just to make sure it actually works. And I could make my own planets. It does take a long time to do. And I'm not sure I want to put that kind of time into it with the number of planets that are already made. Alright, so we are in a decent orbit. We're going to drop our... So you know what? We're going to speed up time just to get away from Elu. There we go. We're going to add a maneuver here, and we're going to drop our periapsis down closer to Kerbal, or Kerbin. There we go. Maybe a little higher. There. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that around. You're still learning how to mod? It takes a little bit of time to learn, but once you get the core mechanics of it, it gets easier. It gets a lot easier. You got the main visual mods and CCAN, and you're trying to figure out the volumetric clouds. So that is something you get from the BlackRack's Patreon. You download the file, and then you go into your Steam menu, right-click on Kerbal Space Program, and open installed files. And then in those installed files will be where you need to put that folder that you've downloaded and unzipped. In the folder you download and unzip, there should be instructions on exactly where to put that file. And then you'll be all set. Now, if I can figure it out after 12 hours in the sun, very little sleep, and really not wanting to be in front of my computer, I think you got this. Yeah, and if you jump into VC afterwards, I can help you walk through it all and try to get it all figured out. Like I said, I'm not gonna stay on. I'm not gonna stay in VC very long, but I can stay in long enough to give you a hand with that. All right, what was I doing? Ah, it's doing something that involved burning and using up fuel that I may or may not have enough of for the whole minute-long burn. Yeah, this is a dumb-looking rocket, but it works, so I can't really complain. What I might do is replace the fuel-burning rocket with an electric engine that somehow magically works in space. And it's not a xenon engine, it's just pure electric. It's a mod. And that's how I did my first initial missions, playing around, just going back and forth to the Mun and the Mun Junior and all that stuff. What did I do today? So, in addition to the training horses, I also work at a ranch and I take people out on trail rides and things like that. I also drive wagon horses, so I also take people out on wagon rides with a pair of horses. I should probably stop burning now. I am way past where I needed to be. That's okay. So I spend anywhere between 6 and 12 hours in the sun, practically daily. And when I'm just doing my horse training stuff, I spend many, many hours in the car just traveling alone, let alone training the horses as well. We're going to go ahead and add a maneuver to periapsis. We're going to drop this down. And I think if I did this correctly, I can swing around here. I am on the wrong plane for it. Wonder what would happen if I swing around this way and just keep going. What do I encounter? I'll probably bring this out a little bit too, just in case. And maybe out again. A little too far. Wait, I got something? I got an encounter. What have I encountered? I'm willing to bet it is Jewel. Sounds fun and tiring. Yes, I do very much so enjoy what I do. Regardless of how dangerous it can be. And it is very tiring. I could probably do a gravity assist. Yeah, I could. I think I might just do a quick little orbit around and not get too close, because we saw what happened last time I got too close to Jewel. But I do intend on doing that mission again, and I'll probably spend a week or two building a specialized rocket for it so I can resist the gravity, and we can get to a point where we're just kind of hovering in the clouds. I think that would be pretty cool to do. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. I was just taking a quick look to make sure I wasn't missing any applications for the Discord server. And we're going to go ahead and time warp to 5 years. That is a long time to time warp. You want to be a space engineer? That would be a really cool job. Or a mission director. Those are really good goals. And if you set your mind to it, I'm willing to bet you could probably get that. Not to say it's not going to be hard work, but if you really set your mind to it, I'm willing to bet you'll get it. Just the same as I have my mind set to make my living doing YouTube, and kind of taking a step back from the horses just a little bit, and actually just riding to enjoy riding. I'm willing to bet if you stick to it, you're going to get it. We're going to time warp just a little bit more here because it stopped us 4 minutes out. And this is probably where I lose it. We're going to try for it anyways. I have no idea how long this fuel is going to last, though. That's the key. You did a Voyager mission, and the time warp to Deb was 30,000 years. Oh, geez. That is a really long time. And apparently we are far past our burn time for that, so we're going to go ahead and start that 3-minute burn. Oh, wow. How much fuel do I have? I'm effectively using like a little over 1/3 of my fuel to do this. It is the Voyager. You don't know how the Rhino gets so much Delta V? Yeah, it's a little weird. the math involved with it, which is why I never question it. It doesn't have the far future technology. I also don't use the far future technology because it is not compatible with a lot of the visual mods. How? I have no idea, but I don't really look into it. I just look at it, it says, nope, not compatible. I say, okay, and I just don't bother with it. That is the point I have reached with my level of modding. I let other people do all of the hard work, and I enjoy their hard work, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I used to make mods, I used to do a lot of programming, and it's just a lot of work that I don't really want to do anymore. I'd rather just enjoy other people's work. Your favorite mod is the far future technology with DebDev and other star systems? I mean, in itself, it is good. If they made a Voyager 3, what planets would it go by and how far would it go? That is a good question. So, depends on how much Delta V they put in. Yeah, parallax and BlackRock's volumetric clouds are definitely the top of the top for visual. I can't really argue that. Which is why I'm willing to accept not being able to use certain mods that look like they might be cool, specifically so I don't lose those visuals. Alright, we're almost there. The voyages were launched during the planet alignment? Correct. That is the ideal way to do it for the most part. You know, the idea behind planetary transfer is not to go to the planet, but to go to where the planet will be at the time that you arrive. That is a very shaky encounter. I'm going to spin around retro real quick and see if I can't fix this. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to spin around prograde and see if I can fix this. There we go. I mean, it might work. We're going to go ahead and try it out and see what happens. Hopefully, this will work. I have used up a significant amount of my Delta V to get this far. So we will see what happens with it. And warp to here. I'm willing to bet if we swing around retro, we might get something. So that's the escape, so the encounter has to be in here somewhere. There's the encounter. So we're going to add a maneuver here. And we're going to go ahead and circularize. Oh, that's a little weird. Okay. I accept. We're going to maneuver to here. We're going to fast forward time until we get to... Oh. Ah, that makes more sense. Okay, that was scary for a second. If I don't have enough Delta V to get back to Kerbin from Jewel, what moon would I land on to be rescued? That is a good question. What do you guys think? What moon would I land on if I don't have enough Delta V to get back to Kerbin? Let's see here. So we're 13, 12. There it is. Start our burn now. Minute and 10 seconds. You think Lathe? That might be a good one to go to. It's an easy enough one to land on, that's for sure. And if you have the trajectories mod, use parachutes. Hey, you want me to land on land? It is very difficult to rescue them. That is very, very true if they're in the water. However, you guys know me by now. Land landings are, those are painful sometimes, especially when I accidentally hit the time warp that I intentionally hit. We are almost there. Almost have our orbit. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and close. Closer. Closer-ish. Kinda, sorta. Almost. And there it is. We have our orbit. Jump back out here. Take a quick gander around. Don't see any planets around. I guess no one left a planet laying around anywhere. Out here, get rid of that. Jump over to the periapsis and add maneuver. We're going to bring this way down to here. It's about as close as I'm willing to get currently. Flip around to our maneuver. Travel to 2 years, 300 days, and 3 hours to do our 5-second burn. All your SSTO kept crashing in the ocean, even with low speeds. I mean, you could put flotation. You've yet to learn how to make a successful SSTO in spaceplane. So maybe that's something we can work on at some point in Discord VC. Because I have a few of them that I've made, and they do work. I have used them. I don't remember if I've used any of them in a video or alive, but I do have a few of them. There we go. That's about close enough. We're going to start burning just because we can. There we go. Add a maneuver here to circularize. Flip around to our maneuver point and time warp over a year. Again. Way too much time. Martin, you've made a successful SSTO and space planes. Share them in Discord. Take some screenshots of them on the runway and up in the air, or in space. Post them in fact, in Discord. I'll make a text channel for pictures and stuff to be posted in of Kerbal Space Program. You gotta find them. Yeah, I have tens of thousands of screenshots all over the place, scattered everywhere from many years of playing many games. I don't even know where most of them are. Alright, that should be about close enough. Go ahead and start burning. Come on. A little faster. Close enough. There we go. Alright, now for the fun part. You know what? We have 180 seconds of Delta V left. I think this might turn into a rescue mission because that's not a lot of fuel. In fact, these are supposed to be draining into this. So I wonder if I stage these out. This is not supposed to be right there. We're gonna drag this right here, flip this up over to here. If I stage these out, will I have all the fuel I need in this? I'll definitely be lighter. Nothing happened. There we go. And it did not dump the fuel into those. Oh no. Uh-oh. That was the wrong move. Am I near Kerbin? I am far from Kerbin. I am orbiting the outside of Jool and its moons. So I am very far. Very, very far. So I may be landing on a moon. And we might be doing a rescue mission. Top 3 most stressful things in KSP. Number 3, starting up after downloading a bunch of mods. Yes, absolutely, definitely stressful. Number 2, watching your fuel drop super fast. Yes, that is another good one. And number 1, seeing even Jebediah scream. If Jebediah is screaming, you have bigger problems. Go to Lathe and land on land. Number 3 should be number 1. I think that should definitely be number 1. Alright, so there's Tylo, there's Bop, there's Pole. Where is Lathe? Ah, I didn't zoom in enough. Okay. There's Vol. There's Lathe. Set target. And then we're going to add a maneuver here. We're going to line up Lathe so it's nice and even. There we go. And we're going to drag this down till it is... Whoa, too far. Get rid of that. Try again. Come over here. Add a maneuver. Let me have this. Line that up. And bring that down. Right about there. There we go. This shouldn't take a whole lot of fuel to do. While we are doing this, though, you got to tell me how close I can get to Lathe, because I can't remember. I know it's a decent distance you can get in there, but I can't remember the exact start of actual space where it starts really pulling you down into its gravity well. Alright, we are just about there. We're going to fast forward just one more time, and just because I can, I'm going to use this fast forward, because nothing has ever gone wrong when I did this. Start the burn. Get nice and even. There we go. Head out here, click on that, go over here, and go to periapsis, add maneuver to periapsis, and bring us in. I'm gonna bring us just to the outside of it. In fact, I'm gonna bring us nice and close to the outside of it. Actually, we might get an encounter out of this. Yep, oh yeah. We got an encounter, alright. There we go. We're gonna flip it around over here. We're gonna flip it around over to here. And if you're still here watching, I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And we are at our maneuver point. It's a 10-second burn. We still have 84 seconds of Delta V left. And I think we are close-ish. I'll fast forward because I'm smart and use the thing that I know is going to cause me to crash. 10-second burn starts 2 seconds ago. Get nice and close and see if we can get that encounter. There's a lot of first tries with encounters today, so I don't know why I screwed up on the fuel. There we go. Close enough. We got our encounter. And of course, we're going to fast forward to here so I can get nice and close. You're still watching? I appreciate it, Martin. And warp one more time. Just so I can get nice and close to this over here. We're going to add a maneuver right here to circularize. 73 seconds of Delta V left. We are cutting it really close. Alright, we're going to move over to our maneuver. We're going to time warp over to our maneuver position. Oh, okay, so we have some weird things going on there, but that's okay. Just because we can and no one's told me no, I'm going to start my burn way too early just because I can. What's the worst that can happen? There we go. Get rid of that because I don't need that anymore. Go over here, add a maneuver to here. And let's go ahead and, whoops, wrong direction. Bring that way down. 500,000 meters should be okay. If I got to meet any Kerbal, who would it be? I would have to say Jebediah because I have questions. I have a lot of questions. We'll fast forward the 2 hours to our maneuver point. I mean, just about every disastrous mission we've had, Jebediah was driving. He's your role model? Well, I mean, he could be a role model, just don't just don't do what he does. He crashes too much. Oh, way past my burn time on that. That's okay. And then jump over to here, add a maneuver to circularize. There we go. And that's close enough for a 5-second burn. Go ahead and bring that down. Come on, let me have this. Let's do it nice and slow so I don't screw it up. Close enough. That is a decent distance, so where is land here? Now, the funny thing about a water planet is there is no real land. There's a little bit down there. I think that's land. That's not land, that's clouds. Whoop, I'm inside the planet. That was scary. Oh, no. Yeah, a little bit over there, it looks like. There is really not a whole lot of land to land on, so I can't guarantee a land landing. I shouldn't have gone to Jewel. I've been at Kerbin by now. Absolutely. Definitely. I know this rocket can make it back after a mission. You need Jebediah's joyful attitude. A lot of volcano ashes on a water planet. And then there's a Jewel rise there. And I think this is a good place for a screenshot. So we're going to do it this way. And I'm going to do that. There we go. Alright, give it to me. Close that. Nope, do that. There we go. That is a very nice Jewel rise. This mission has been 30 years. I think you're right. Yeah, 27 years, 396 days. Kerbin, of course. Kerbin years. They're growing long white beards. Well, I think it's long green beards. We'll have to ask them. Alright, anyways, I cannot see any land that I can viably land on currently, so we're going to do a water landing. Although there's a tiny piece of land right there. Hold on now. Warp to here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just do some crazy warps. And get a fresh look at the planet. There we go. There's a little bit of land, like right here. So let's see if... Add maneuver. Oops, wrong direction. And bring this down. Let me have this. Let's try that again. Add maneuver. Bring this down. That should do it. Swing around. And burn. There we go. Uh-oh. Moving around a little bit too much for my liking. We have 40 seconds of Delta V left. We're going to go ahead and warp to here. Spin around retro. And there's the land we're going to try to land on. We're going very fast. There is an atmosphere anyways. Fast forward just a little bit. till right about here. That should be okay. So I'm gonna burn a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more here. We're gonna wait until we're directly over. Right now we're not over enough. You think Space Flight Simulator is a good one, John? I agree. It's definitely an interesting space game. It's not really uh it's not detailed and intricate like this. However, it's still a good game. It's got its own little niche. KSP is definitely a lot of fun. I do enjoy this a lot. KSP is on sale for $10. Should you buy it? Absolutely. If you have the monetary capability to buy KSP, I would definitely do it. I think, especially if it's only $10, it's definitely worth getting. And it is better with mods, but I would say play it for a while with no mods. Jump in my Discord. It's linked at the top of my YouTube channel. Uh, and I can kind of show you the modding side of things, and you can make your own decisions as to which one you prefer. Martin, you think KSP is definitely the best space game? Realistically, I agree. Like, honest opinion, across the board, definitely. We're going to go ahead and speed up time just a little bit here. We're falling slowly. We're very quickly falling slowly. You're going to subscribe? I appreciate it, John. You recommend watching tutorials? I mean, a lot of the tutorials are outdated. If you want very direct and straightforward advice, just don't do what I do. All of the disasters you see happen in my videos and stuff, those are because I make all of the mistakes all but intentionally. I did not mean to do that. Open the chutes. Altitude, let's do 3,600. Let's do it. We're gonna go 2,000. Minimum pressure, right now. I hope I just didn't completely destroy this. Very good advice. Yeah, don't do what I do. Immediately makes mistake. Yeah, definitely don't do what I do. I did not mean to stage that out. I intended to use that last 12 seconds of Delta V. You don't really watch a lot of tutorials, Martin? Yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot either. I just kind of experiment and see what happens. Like, I don't even go through, like, tutorials in games. I skip them if I can. You landed on the moon for the first time in SPS? That's a good achievement. That's actually not too easy to do. There we go. You only use the tutorial for Rendezvous with Duna and Mun. I mean, they are reasonable for what they are. but there's a lot of outdated stuff still. You spent 3 IRL days with trial and error. That's a decent amount of time to spend just trying to make it work. Yeah, if you keep doing things that way, then you're gonna be really good at just kind of trying to make things work, and they work. So keep that up. Wait, don't follow my advice. Listen to everyone else in chat. They're smarter than me. Don't make my mistakes. Tell the Kerbals on the capsule that they are in Kerbin, and when they land, they will see giant mushrooms and realize they are in the wrong Kerbin and see giant green gas planet. They might hear us. They might hear us. You never know. They're sentient. They're controlling me. I'm in the command of tiny little space frogs. You said 4 G's in a sentence? Tell them it's Aurora. I don't think they're gonna believe me. I think they know where they are. I mean, remember they discovered these planets before we did. About 800 meters away from landing. Do I like Project Hail Mary? I have not seen the movie. I've seen little clips of the movie. I just haven't had time to watch it. I'm not sure if I will or not. However, there is still a chance I may. We're 400 meters away. So the landing on this moon, I forgot what moon this is. Wow. The landing here was unintentional. Lathe, that's where we are. I'm gonna slow down time so I don't break it. Yeah, we are on Lathe. This was unintentional. It was not planned. And with that being said, fist my bump. That being said, I appreciate all of you guys watching. We're going to make it a little bit shorter today just because I am extremely tired. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. I will be in VC shortly. And I will see you on the next one. Let me have this. Why won't you let me have this? Let me have this. Screen. Do the thing.